Hello and Grand Rising. How are you all doing? Inside the hottest celebrity gossip after hours with Queen Tulsa. Okay, let's get into it. Make sure that mic is on. All right, join Queen Tulsa for an engaging late night discussion as she covers a variety of hot topics, including world news and more. This video invites viewers to participate in thought provoking conversations that matter. Don't miss out on the opportunity to share your insights and opinions. All right, so listen here. This is what we're going to do. All right, give me 1 second. This is what we're going to do. Um, all right, so we're going to head on over to Instagram because I kind of feel like Instagram has some stories. Now get into this, child. Now, I don't know what Tasha K has posted this about 8 hours ago. It says sushi was served on a unclothed woman for guests to eat off of. She had only a piece of sheer vinyl covering the front of her body. French Montana, McMill, and Diddy are all smiles as Diddy gives a speech to the partygoers to kick off Mill's 27th birthday party. It says the party was packed with famous rappers, guests occupying every space the mansion had to offer, forcing those with entourages to squeeze through. Rapper Lil Durk was filmed posing with multiple curvaceous women, scantily dressed in tiny mini dresses and bras. A bedroom in the Parisian palace, which Hyde described as a period home with bedroom doors made from solid wood that has solid brass, mortise type locks with crystal handle and skeleton keys. All right, so I guess we can find out more. We can definitely find out more. Let's get up into these comments and see what the people are saying. Okay, child. They say, LOL, she's of age. It ain't nothing wrong with this. Y'all trying to act like Diddy was the only one who followed that trend of people eating sushi off a woman. All the rich and famous were doing it. Stop it. I see nothing wrong. Matter of fact, when's the next party? Someone says Diddy knew how to throw a damn party. All there wanted to be there voluntarily. Who they need to look into is French Montana. We just mad we wasn't invited, that's all. Everybody saying this is okay would be saying that if that was your daughter, be honest. Name me one thing that was abnormal about the party. Oh, wait. Someone says, we want the after party. Someone says, video been on YouTube for 10 years. Now all of a sudden it's trendy. LOL, shaking my head. Incredible. All right, so let's go ahead and go down. Actually, let's go ahead and click up because there were some stories. Okay, so this is story. It says Florida high school football coach alleged watch corn in class caught on video, child. Now, why am I over here looking at this, showing y'all, and y'all have no visual? Get into that music. Listen, it's the you wasn't even discreet about it. Like, why not go to your house or why not call up your lady and be like, hey, I need a quick fix right quick. Let's do our, the thizzle. No, he decided to watch it on the school computer, child. Now let's get into these comments because y'all know we love these comments. All right. So it says a Florida high school coach has been suspended from his job after allegedly watching corn in the middle of a classroom, and it appears he was caught on a video taken by a student. The comment says, if you lack self-control, actually, you shouldn't be allowed to work with kids. Now, why would you feel that comfortable? He'll soon be Secretary of Sports on the new cabinet. Guess he's in Florida without saying he's in Florida. Child. He couldn't wait till he gets home. What is wrong with people? Suspended the F? It's the music for me, child. It was the music for me too. Let me give you a heart for that. Must have been a very good sight. Now, why they keep talking about everyone is suspended when they should be locked up? I'm tired of these stories. Sorry for the children that were traumatized. Absolutely. It is not your job to sit up here and expose somebody's child to something like that. You see what I'm saying? I mean, just horrible. Hey, Chase too. Hey, at the Queen Tulsa show. How are you doing? It's good to see you here. It was great visiting with you earlier on this Rising. You all make sure you get on over to Shay's Tube. She is a creator here. He said, wow, that's crazy. Watching that in class. I mean, just no discreetness at all. I could see like if he went, maybe go on your lunch break, leave off campus, go do what you got to do, handle that and come on back, you know. But some people, their addictions vary, you know. All right, let's see what else is coming up. All right, you all, I'm glad you're here. It's Thursday, November the 21st, 2024. Actually, the current time is 5:10 a.m. Central Time. Lord, today I pray that you block problems, send blessings, and show us favor and keep us covered. Amen. Amen. All right. All right, bag secured. Ashley Darby finally files for divorce from her butt grabbing boo, Michael Darby, after being separated for over 2 years. Okay, listen here. Shout out to the butt grab. I mean the settlement. Okay, I want listen here. Let's give them a heart. That's our friends over at the Neighborhood Talk. Of course, we're gonna share them and like them out. Okay. Whew, okay, so what did the neighborhood talk? They say, listen here, neighbors, finally, the Real Housewives of Potomac star Ashley Darby is moving forward with her divorce from estranged husband Michael Darby. Online court records confirm that Ashley has vowed to legally end her marriage more than 2 years after the couple separated. Speaking exclusively to TMZ, Michael revealed that the pair has already reached an amicable and fair settlement. He added that the agreed terms, including a prenuptial agreement and shared custody of their two sons, Dean and Dylan, have been filed with the court. Fans of Real Housewives of Potomac are no strangers to Ashley's rocky marriage, as her pending divorce has been a recurring storyline on the show for multiple seasons. While Ashley frequently discussed her plans to officially file for divorce, viewers often speculated about her hesitancy to pull the you know what, okay? Ashley initially announced her separation from Michael in April 2022, citing irreconcilable differences after nearly 8 years of marriage. After butt grabbing allegations and cheating scandals, if you recall, Michael was caught on camera slapping and Real Housewives of Potomac workers behind after being accused of misconduct. Okay, you know what I meant. At the time, she explained that the couple was in two different stages of life and how their romantic bond had broken. She concluded, we will always love and respect each other. We also know that true happiness can only be achieved by putting our hearts and souls into raising our two beautiful boys. Okay. Shout out to her attorney. Okay. Shout out to her attorney. She was like, girl, you better not say anything malicious to that man. You better, hey, listen, we got to drag this out, Ashley. He's got the coin. Okay. Those were my words. Okay. Though Ashley has hinted at dating since the split, she has yet to publicly debut a new relationship. For now, her focus remains on co parenting her children and closing this chapter with Michael. Okay. This divorce marks the end of an era for one of Real Housewives of Potomac's most buzzworthy couples, and fans will undoubtedly be watching closely as Ashley embarked on the next phase of her life. Neighbors, what do y'all think about this? Okay, before we get into those comments, ciao. Let's get into y'all's. Hey there, thank you. You're welcome. Hey, Miss Barbara, you are awake on this rising. Good to see you here. Hi, Queen. How are you, beautiful? Great to see you on this beautiful rising. All right, you all make sure you like, share, and subscribe. All right, let's get into these comments. Someone says, no bag. He has an ironclad prenup. She gets nothing. Really? Really? Bag ain't secure. She already admitted that because of the clause. She wasn't entitled to anything on the reunion. Is it secure? No, girl. I believe that that's a great settlement. Listen here, she wasn't walking away with a fight because listen here. Let me tell you one thing. One thing is for certain. Two things for sure. Ashley's mother has been through the rings. Okay, her mother is with a guy. He finally got a job, and he still ain't giving her enough. Okay, barely giving her anything. If something, And, Ashley's like, she's probably looking at mom like, I don't want to be like you. I don't want to end up like you, sis. Because mother is broke, busted, and disgusted. Child, they said that she's working 2 or 3 jobs, allegedly. I don't know that to be true, but it looks like it because Ashley, mom, not only Ashley has bags under her eyes, but her mother does too. And child, look at Michael's. Ain't nobody been able to sleep up and on that side, okay? But let's get into these comments. Someone says, I'd be so happy to hear about people's divorce since mine was recently settled. Woo! Hallelujah. Someone says, child, anyway, is his name still in the LLC that's on that house she lives in? I hope he gave her the home too. Proud of her growth. What happened? Butt grabbing boo. Whoever picked the song, enjoy phone usage while you have it because it's getting taken away. She said, she knew he had a thing for Juan, the Don Dixon. The moment she saw that footage and tried to act blind, she knew what he was doing. The show needs Messy Michael back though. She just filing girl, please. She waited the 2 additional years out. That's additional 2 million, my girl. See, there's a method to the madness. Okay. Like I said, her attorney, whoever Ashley's attorney is, because the prenup says, okay, yada, yada, yada. Okay, so what, 10 years? Okay, we made it 8. And these are just my opinions and, how I'm thinking. How you to it? But I'm thinking, okay, let's ride this 10 years out like a wave, you know? Oh, you already look ditzy on the dang on TV screen. People are already, thinking that I ain't got it all. Well, I'm going to act on that and I'm going to like do what I got to do to get past that mark. So shout out to Ashley. All right, moving right along. All right, we got Saturday Night Live alum Anna Gates there says Sean Diddy Combs demanded closed set while appearing as a musical guest. Child, what is she saying? And this is people reporting this. Let's get up into it. Anna Gaster is opening up about one of the most memorable musical guests from her tenure on Saturday Night Live. Sean Diddy Combs, read what she said about his appearance on the show at the link provided. Someone says, well, the set he has now is very close. And this issue here is what again? What does that mean? Okay, so yeah, everybody's just confused. We're gonna scroll right on past that. But let's get on over here to the two Missouri officers accused of stealing nude photos from dozens of women's phones at traffic stops. Now this is so disgusting. Lock them up and throw away the key. Okay, listen here, child. Now get up into this. Julian Alka, 29, a former police officer in Florissant, faces 20 counts of deprivation of rights and a count of destroying records. He allegedly took women's phones under the pretext of checking insurance, but instead searched for nude images and even texted himself a video from one phone. Alaka resigned in June after the FBI contacted the police department regarding the investigation. The Florissant Police Department expressed its shock at Alaka's actions, stating they were unaware of the allegations during his 11 months of service. Civil lawsuits have been filed against Alaka. Okay, including one claiming he sent himself a private video from a woman's phone. In a separate case, David McKnight, 39, a former Missouri State Highway Patrol trooper, was indicted on 9 counts of deprivation of rights. Prosecutors allege he illegally searched 9 women's phones between September 2023 and August of 2024 while checking their identification. He also resigned from the patrol and surrendered his peace officer license. Both cases investigated by the FBI highlight serious breaches of trust in law enforcement. Authorities encourage individuals to report any uncomfortable encounters with officers, emphasizing the importance of protecting civil rights. Whew, child, now that is something. Child. Get into this. Hi, Mr. Spear. You said, did he be doing too much? Yes, honey. And listen here. Suge Knight told us that a long time ago when he got up on stage and said, if you tired of the music producer, your albums not being put out, you're tired of your videos being taken over, come on over to Death Row Records, honey. He tried to tell us a long time ago about that filthy animal. Allegedly. Let's get into some of these comments, y'all. All right. Eric J. Street News, honey, has reported this. The comment says these are the types of people who need to be in jail. They should lose all pensions and be shown no mercy. Do they actually interview the people they hire to be cops, or do they just ask them their name and give them a car and a pal? Stream I am effing. Someone says ridiculous. Usual suspects. Stop. Just plain sick in the head. Someone says, why is it some of the sickest people are hired to be cops? I've so far learned upper cops, LOL cops, and gang affiliated cops, white supremacists, cops, aces, cops that have bullied unarmed innocent Americans, lack of white young and old cops that don't care about the Constitution, Rouge cops, lawless cops, and all of this truth can be found and seen on YouTube. Oh, honey, they had a lot to say. I'm about to tell them to come on over to the Queen Tulsa show. Come to. Girl, where's my comments? Okay. Come to the Queen Tulsa show on YouTube. Yes. Give me 1 second, y'all. Mm-hmm. Ain't that it? All right. Let's go ahead and get up into this next story. Who's up next? All right, let me read these comments before we move right along. Like I said, we're gonna put their pictures up there while we're discussing their story. Okay. Yeah, Chase Tube says that reminds me of the police officer who was looking at my pics when I was going through my phone while talking to him. Listen here, any uncomfortable situation like that, sis, whenever you get to a safe space, make sure you let somebody know and you report it. You know, this officer said, "You look good in that dress." Uh-uh. Oh, see, that's it's like doing too much. Like you're violating my privacy. Now it's become an invasion of privacy. You didn't took an oath, you didn't shook hands, you didn't got that hat, you didn't got that badge. And you said that you was gonna sit up here and protect and serve the people. And you out here violating people. This officer said you look good in that dress. Oh, child, doing way too much, honey. All right, let's get up into it. Oh, what's next? Okay, so the Jasmine brand says the University of Texas is expanding its free tuition program for students whose families earn 100K or less. Okay, education, education. Yes. Okay, let's give them a like. Let's get in here. All right, let's get into this. The University of Texas is expanding its free tuition program, okay? Allowing undergraduate students from families earning $100,000 or less to receive free tuition and fees starting next fall. At the YouTube Board of Regents has given preliminary approval for the expansion of the Promise Plus program with a final vote set for Thursday. If approved, 35 million will be allocated to support this initiative at all 9 universities. So that's going to be on today. They're going to vote. All right, let's get into it. Board Chair Kevin Elifi emphasized the importance of making higher education more accessible and affordable, aiming to help students attend without accruing debt. Eligible students must be Texas residents, enroll full time, and apply for state and financial aid. This expansion follows the region's previous efforts to increase college affordability, including a 2019 initiative that established a $167 million endowment for students from families earning less than $65,000, and the creation of the Promise Plus program with a $300 million endowment 3 years later. Should more college should more colleges follow suit? Absolutely. Someone says, did Texas ban DEI? Someone says if they legalize cannabis and the lottery nationally, education could be free in every state. Either the lottery or cannabis revenues are what's funding these initiatives in the United States, in the states that offer it. Okay. So someone says there's hope in some places in Texas. Schools should be free for all. MIT just announced this as well, but for under 200K. Okay. Is there any age limit? I gotta be your first degree. It gotta be your first degree because I will move. Child, they say you have to be a resident. Don't let Trump see this. Someone says, now I need to A&M system to get on board. Huh? Trump is about to find them civil rights violation. Get ready. Oh, this punk government going to have a hissy fit. The attorney general going to file lawsuit and so on. And let's be clear, this isn't DEI. A lot of white families aren't making $100,000 a year. Whew. What's that for students? It didn't really have no color on it. Okay. Get into this, y'all. Amber Geyer ordered to pay Botham Jean's family over $98 million for the unalivement. Remember that former Dallas police officer Amber Geiger has been to pay 98.5 million for the 2018 unalivement of Botham Jean in a federal civil case. Okay. Get into it. This is a victory. A Dallas jury awarded 98.65 million to Botham Jean's family in a civil case against ex-Dallas officer Amber Geiger, who fatally powed Jean in 2018. Geiger, now serving a 10-year sentence, claims she mistook Jean's apartment for hers. The family filed a civil lawsuit against initially naming the city, but Dallas was later dismissed. The 2021 Botham Gene Act mandates body cameras for active police investigation. So basically, his family will never receive that money. I thought the state paid. Well, she's well, will she hug them? Child, it looks and sounds good on paper, and I bet that's where it stays too. Because she would never profit from this, nor will she live a normal life, which this applies to George Zimmerman. Well, yeah, because okay, well, if that much money she owes it in debt, so any money that she makes, it goes directly to them. So that money that that she tries to make or go on this television show or something like that. Um, okay, I'm a little bit back on the comments. I do apologize, you all. A mess dude was trying to talk to me. Oh, talking about that police officer. That's some good news and needed. Yeah. So shout out to our college residents. Make sure you check that out. It is definitely benefit to all. Okay, jump on the wagon. So this will definitely help, and more colleges should do this. Absolutely, I definitely believe that. ABK Crypto says, "Good morning, Tulsa. Keep doing your thing. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you." Um, she Love says, "Good morning, Tulsa. Grand rising to you." All right, let's get into it. So these comments says, so instead of making the police department pay, they're making the cop who they know ain't got it. Yes, very good. Jesus, not enough. Took a minute. And denied parole. Good. She don't have 98 million. So who's going to pay it? Because we know she's broke. She unallowed a good, decent man who didn't harm her in any way. This is the other leg of accountability for the rest of her life. So she never forgets and always feels some pain. You know what? I feel like she should have got more than 10 years. But y'all get up into this. 7-year-old girl had mouth glued shut by parents, weighed just 29 pounds at unalivement. Police docs. Now they should be up under the jail. Let's get into this story and let's get into these comments. Too Fat News is reporting the girl's father claimed she was healthy and 50 pounds just days before she unalived and essentially skin on bone state per her medical examiner's office, per the medical examiner. Y'all know what I meant. Glue their mouth shut and let them starve to death like they did this little girl. I hate this world. Someone says, I can't even imagine. Hear her fear and pain. What the flip is wrong with people? God rest her innocent soul. Someone says there's a special place for these people. The ultimate judge will take care of them. God bless the little girl's soul. Oh my God, and look at them. Pretty fluffy, and I'm sure they are good. Do the same to them. Shaking my head. Prison justice waiting for them. Because you know what? She was defenseless. Very defenseless. Very defenseless. Hold on, let's get up into these comments. Blue there. Okay, hold on. All right, so yeah, these people put emojis, eye for an eye. They deserve to suffer. All right, let's get up into this next story. Prayers up for that little girl, her soul to be to rest. Oh, okay, let's get up into this, y'all. Let's get up into these comments. So it says ABC News, a Philadelphia jury awarded 11 million on Wednesday to a man whose holster six sword Powell went off by itself while he was going down the stairs, causing a serious leg injury. The second major verdict this year against the embattled Powell manufacturer over its P320 model. I want to hear the oh, somebody said they want to hear the Powell side of the story. How in the heck that was proved in court, LL? Only in America was there a blank in the chamber. So blanks really do injure unalive. Child, we're gonna get up off that because that's a lot. Now get up into this. Shout out to our friends over at the Neighborhood Talk. Sensitive content students and parents of St. Helen High School rest in peace, and to board member for allegedly allowing a SP to teach, then covering it up. What was your reaction to finding out Eric Stearns was an active P with immediate access to minors for 2 months? You need to resign. Whoo, child, listen here. Let's get up into this.
How do you feel about the school? What was your reaction to finding out that Eric Stern was an active pedophile with immediate access to minors for 2 months? You need to take two actions.
Oh, you know what? Let me read these comments. I do apologize. Let me get back up on the comments. All right. Shay-Sue said, hey, she love. Shay-Sue says, where is she going to get that amount of money from? You know what? At this point, she can go out and accumulate. Go take out some credit cards. Go to a loan company. Go do something, you know? Yeah, I remember that story of severe. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Get up into it. All right. On to our next topic. Let's go.
You need to fix your problems here, and then you need to resign.
Two high school teachers from my former high school were arrested today. And this is all public record now, so I can share it all. Eric Stearns is the current choir teacher at St. Helens High School. He was indicted for 7 counts of sexual abuse in the 2nd degree and 1 count of sexual abuse in the 3rd degree.
Freshman year was filled with fear as I was bullied, harassed, and assaulted by another student for months. The only outlet where I felt like.
Okay, so right here, you all, 14-year-old victim speaks about her alleged interactions with choir teacher Eric Stearns during lunch. I didn't find it weird that he hugged me, kissed me on my forehead, and told me that he loved me. I was vulnerable and naive.
Like I could breathe to my choir class. As the bullying progressed, my mental health was increasingly getting worse. I found that my safe person at school was Mr. Stearns. Mr. Stearns and I would talk during lunch together quite often, alone in his classroom. As a vulnerable 14-year-old girl, I didn't find that it was weird that he'd hug me, kiss me on the head, and tell me that he loved me. I felt alone in this world, and I needed somebody, didn't I? I didn't question it. In fact, I didn't question it when my own mom brought up her concerns about our closeness. I was vulnerable, and I was naive, and the school district had covered up many past previous sexual abuse from former staff members, but this will be the last. We were told there was no evidence because the bullying happened primarily in the bathroom. The school approved Mr. Stearns to be my safety person. It got so bad we had to hire an attorney. I'm surprised admin had the courage to show their face tonight. My mom specifically made complaints about Mr. Stearns putting his hand around my neck as a vocal exercise. That, too, went swept under the rug. He was my mentor, and I was a young, vulnerable girl. They didn't do anything when students reported Robleski and other students reported Stearns, or even each other, for sexual abuse, sexual assault, and sexual behavior. Saying that we want to foster a safe environment, yet you blatantly hired an attorney. Your guys' attorney said, well, what do you expect? It's Columbia County.
Listen here. She said when her attorney, well, their attorney says, oh my goodness. Imagine being in her shoes, telling your story, your family's involved, you got an attorney, and still there's no justice.
So here's what I expect to happen now. Get rid of Scott Stockwell. Get rid of students will forever be damaged because of your guys' arrogance. And you are all to blame. You are all guilty. Burn it to the ground and start fresh. Yeah.
All right, honey. Listen here. She said what she said. We got to commend her for that. You know, she stood up. She said, all right, the Neighborhood Talk reports that neighbors, a viral TikTok exposing an Oregon high school for protecting alleged users, has led to the to the arrested of two St. Helen High School staff members. Eric Stearns, a 46-year-old choir teacher, and Mark Collins, a recently retired teacher, have been arrested after being accused of a nearly 10-year crime spree against teen students, according to police. For years, these two have been accused of having inappropriate relationships with students by students and parents, but victims claim the school board never did anything about it. Everything hit the fan when 36-year-old Doug Weaver made a startling TikTok claiming the school had been protecting child, you know what, since he was a student there. Weaver decided to rip off the St. Helen police after his video had gained traction and multiple former and current students contested to his use, claims in the comments. His tip led to an internal investigation that included people in the TikTok or people who had commented under the video and ultimately led to the sick teacher's arrest. The school board conducted a meeting the next day, and the board was ripped to shreds by students and parents. In the board meeting, the high school staff is accused of ignoring their complaints and brushing years of inappropriate behavior under the rug. A 14-year-old girl even went into detail about how Stern's choir class was her safe space. And during lunch break, he would hug and kiss her on the head. He even detailed how he said he loved her. Royals, what are your thoughts so far? Her mother reported this to the police, but they refused to act on the allegations, leading to the family hiring an outside attorney to protect their daughter. Multiple students and parents spoke out expressing their frustration with the school board not protecting their babies. Following Weaver's TikTok going viral, both teachers have been arrested and charged as they await trial. Both have been placed on paid leave. Neighbors, thoughts? But voted for Trump. Save it. Oh, child. They said the way they would just now be peeling me off him. Oh, my God. Lawsuit. You think this is bad? Wait until Trump takes over the presidency. All they're going to all they are going to be everywhere. Parents, sorry, but Republicans don't care about stuff like this. Look at who they want to be United States of America. Attorney General, that should answer your questions. Some people believe things has happened to them first before they realize what's happening. I'm sorry for the poor kids who have no idea what they're up against. It's going to be a tough ride. But Trump is trying to get one in positions as Attorney General. Why is it in a why someone says this is important. It's important to vote for your local elections. Yeah, like I was telling somebody the other day, okay, the presidential election, we need to be in our local, in our states. We need to be doing our research and knowing who we putting in office. These kids should be proud. With a convicted felon as president, nothing surprises me anymore. Someone says lock them all up. Same thing with Newport News Public Schools and Norfolk Public Schools hire Mr. Dowett knowingly he left his position teaching at a middle school in Newport New for inappropriate behavior with a 12 in his creative writing class. No View hired him less than 2 years later, I believe. Wow. Oh my goodness. What are your thoughts on this? I want to say shout out to the young lady and shout out to the students that stood up and voiced their opinions. You know, like I said, it takes a lot of courage and for that young lady to realize, I think that it was a conversation with her parents. Maybe it's not your fault. And see, that's why we need to be more involved into our children's life and asking those probing questions, you know? All right, let me see. She says, "What's up with all these teachers wanting to wear stuff?" I don't know. I really don't. I really don't. All right, moving right along. Woman says she knew her husband wasn't. Oh, she says she knew her husband was a simp because he married her with 3 kids. I seen an opportunity and I took it. Y'all get into this.
Feeling you. It's the ones we don't like. We make them do it all.
So you ain't like your husband.
I ain't trying to embarrass my husband even more on the internet, but he was a simp and I seen the opportunity and I took it.
Well, I'm saying what his qualities was.
I mean, for one, he accepted the fact that I have 3 kids.
So you got 3 kids too?
I have 3 children.
And a nigga supposed to come with the bag?
They supposed to come. And that's why you have to have a bag.
Yeah.
Like you got to take care of me and my kids.
So like you automatically get these responsibilities.
Yes.
Stop playing.
I'm not playing.
And how many niggas doing this?
I have between 2 or 3.
I'm saying, how many have you ran into in life?
Okay, so let's say I run into 100 dudes. Probably about 4 of them.
Yeah, they're about the odds.
Mm-hmm,
I fuck with that now.
Probably about
they're
4
about,
of
they're
them.
about the odds. All right.
I ain't even gonna lie.
Yeah, that's no. So that kind of sound like you are delusional. You just catching it's just a sucker born every day.
Basically.
Yeah, because you know what I'm saying. A nigga that's so you ain't never caught no nigga that's worth something doing that though. Am I kidding?
I probably have one. See, the way this game work is you have to get with a man who ain't used to dating bad.
Would you rather have fake love that's beneficial or real love that's a liability?
Fake love that's beneficial. I'm not about to struggle with nobody.
That's cold. You have fake love. Would you rather have fake love that's an asset or real love that's a liability?
Give me the asset.
Damn, that's cold. You know, everybody probably think like that.
I'm sure they do. Especially women. We won't be taken care of.
So you can know the nigga faking out.
Yes.
Instead of having a liability nigga. Nah, that's cold.
I don't.
What you think, Sha? What you think? Fake me out.
Yeah. I ain't no believer in struggle love, baby. We too grown for that. I ain't no believer in struggle love.
What that mean? What struggle love?
Struggle love. We ain't finna be out here broke together. Can't get bills paid. You can't whine and dine me. I'm not doing that.
Damn. So you think that's a nigga? So what we gonna get? All right, if we weren't struggling, me and you in a relationship right now, what I get?
You gonna get my time, my attention, my support, good sex.
And that's worth what?
That's worth everything. That's worth you
Who
financially
said
taking
that?
care of me. We do a lot if we really feeling you. It's the ones we don't like. We make them do.
Whew. Child.
Do a lot if we really feeling you.
That was a lot right there. It's not a clean bill of health. It's not I have beauty and brains. It's not I can handle this responsibility on my own. I just need somebody to match my energy. This right here, this type of thinking, just because somebody has money, you will turn a blind eye to stuff. That says a lot. That says a lot. Hey, Marcella, how are you? That says a lot. Seriously. You all speak with your girl Marcella. She's a content creator here as well. Make sure you get on over and follow her. Yes. Listen, no, but Shay, do you agree with anything that she said? My thing is like, okay, so you don't have no type of standards. Only thing you worried about is a dude, like being able to take care of you. Like you don't even know his temperament. You don't know anything. You just want to know that, okay, enjoyable live. The Queen Tulsa show about to go to bed. But good night, morning. Oh, thank you so much. Likewise, you too. Good night, chat. Yes. I don't know. I don't know. It just seemed like she would just, I don't know. She really have no standards. It's like if you got that money, it's like, what about, do he have like a 5-year, 10-year plan? Are these dudes interested in going long term with you? Are y'all gonna get married? Or are you just enjoying the now? I mean, is there any commitment? I mean, because you got to think about it. You have children, they're going to see your dating history. And how soon are you bringing them around? What acts are y'all hugging? Are y'all kissing? Are y'all showing affection? Are y'all staying under the same roof? All that matters because everybody just can't come around my chilling. Okay. You said you don't agree with her at all? Okay. Yeah, because I don't either. I feel like it was more of what he could do for her rather than her being a sophisticated, strong, independent woman. Like, I can do this first, and anything after that is a bonus, you know? Because us strong ladies, like, we're natural born hustlers. We going to get to it, right? It's just in our DNA, you know. In some instances, some things weren't just handed down to us. Some of us had to work harder than others. Okay. It's on site. Shout out to our friends over at It's on Site. Deep, heavy Negro spiritual sigh. Okay. If someone says nothing about her says take except the bullish coming out her mouth. Someone says what's embarrassing is that you consider him a simp because he's accepted you with 3 kids. Why not view him and big him up as a good quality man? That's crazy. You know what? I'm glad that she brought up that because this is my thing. This is why some good men, they go and date other races. Y'all thought I was about to say some good men go gay. No, this is why some good men go and date other races because they feel like, you know, they've been taken advantage of. This is the same thing. This is the culture. You know, this is the culture. And I feel like there are good men out there in every culture, right? But we have to understand this. I want a man that loves his mom and that cherishes his mom, that respects his mom. You know what I'm saying? That goes a long way. You know what I'm saying? Like a man that's really about his business. A man that stands on his word. He don't have to go back and, he say he gonna do something, he gonna do something. You ain't got a word to next week and see, you know what I'm saying? Now, if something comes up, that man is gonna be a man. He gonna call you, be like, hey, babe, some came up and this is what it is. You still got my situation, you still got my word, and boom, boom, boom. My thing is, you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect. What you have to be is on the right path. Like if you're not out here hurting nobody and doing all that, and even if you have a background, right? Even if you have a background, what are you doing now? Have you, are you, you know, what are you doing now is my question. And what were those charges? Can you be upfront and honest? Because I need that experience of knowing if I lay some heavy on you, can you handle it? If you lay some heavy on me, can I handle it? You know? What's my boiling point? What's your boiling point? You just seeing dollar signs. Oh, this is a good man. Well, you don't know if that good man has been through trauma. Yeah, he's nice and easy with you, but maybe it's some things that maybe he wants to express. He wants to feel loved. He wants to feel appreciated. But it seems like that is your only goal. Okay, money this. Okay, you're going to take care of me and my kids. That's not really his responsibility. But a real man is going to handle. He's going to step up to the plate. If he's interested in you, he's going to step up to the plate. But where are their fathers? Don't depend on these men that come up in your life that's doing well, doing good. Expect them to do what their fathers laid down with you and conceived. I'm all about let's hold mama and daddy accountable. They got down there. They did the do. We should not be putting that responsibility on no one else. Now, you'll get some good people out here, such as myself, that enjoys being a bonus parent. That will lay my life on the line, honey. You hear me? Like, we'll get out here and no, I would get out here for battle for my children, you know? And like I told their mother, I'm not trying to take your place, sis. I'm just here to love on them as they are my own. You know what I'm saying? They have me as a bonus parent. I'm just here to love and elevate them, make sure they get to the next level, make sure, they get in their education, make sure they get the love, the support, make sure they're being heard. You know what I'm saying? Children need to be heard. Back in the day, they said children are to be seen and not heard. Well, not in my household, not in my household. They are to be heard and seen. Okay? That's our future generations. They're one day gonna be making big decisions for us. You get what I'm saying? Shay says facts. Shay says, right, she needs to look at more things of substance in a man. Yeah. What's his temper like? What are the foods that he like? Do he has a past? What type of women have he dated? You know? Any childhood trauma? What was his mother like? What was his father like? Get to know these men. Get to know these men. I get it like, okay, if you out there, hey, just a petty mess, Grand Rising. Morning, y'all. When do you sleep, Tulsa? Listen here, I was around here cleaning up the house, took my bath and everything, and I'm right back at it. I said I have to make up for the time that you know, that I've been away. Days Tube says, hey, just a petty mess. She says, hey, speak with your girl Marcella. Great live, and I will definitely be back. Good night, y'all. Okay. Like every time she says good night, I strike up a new conversation, child, and it gets her attention. She's like, oh, wait a minute. Just a petty message. Hey, Shay. Yes. Grand rising to all of you all. The current time is 5:56 a.m. Thursday, November the 21st. All right.
Denying the motion for directed verdict on all counts except I'm granting a motion for directed verdict as to count 59, count 60, and count 62. I do not believe that the elements of that, even viewing in the light most favorable to the prosecution, there's evidence upon which a rational trier of fact could find the essential elements of possession of those particular items. And let me say that with regard to counts 2 and 49, again, is not a beyond a reasonable doubt standard that the court is required to employ in determining a directed verdict as to those counts. I understand the arguments, but it is up to the jury to determine credibility of witnesses, and it's up to the jury to determine what witnesses or what parts of testimony they might believe and what witnesses or parts of testimony they might not believe. So if there is evidence presented that a jury chooses to believe, which is how I have to take it in evaluating this, I have to evaluate it as though the jury is going to believe whatever is most beneficial at this point to the state's case, which means they could believe everything that Mr. Copeland or Mr. Zachary said that would support the state's case. And frankly, they can disbelieve even an expert's testimony. And so I just wanted to add a little more with regard to what my reasoning was as to those counts. So that's, y'all know now what it is that you need to be preparing for closings. And I think unless there's anything else on those matters, that we can turn to the hammering out the rest of the jury charges and sorting out the verdict form. Denying the motion.
Ooh, child. Okay, so it says judge sends RICO, unalignment, and gang charges to jury. So now the jury is responsible for, I don't know if you all know Lil Woody, but Lil Woody, he got very popular off of this case. He got a lot of recognition. I know he was actually hanging out with Charleston White. I don't know if y'all know who Charleston White is, but Charleston White is a gentleman that works with the police in his community. He speaks up and things like that, and very controversial, might I add. Great live, and I will definitely be back. Good night, y'all. Hey, Shay, LOL. Good topics. It's hard to leave. So have y'all been watching the YSL Rico case? Y'all know Young Thug got released. Now some people were saying that Lil Woody was scared. Now this coming from Megan Kuhn, if she goes to all these cases, in the YSL gang racketeering conspiracy trial, Judge Paige Reese Whitaker has rejected the defense motion for a directed verdict on the RICO gang and unalignment charges. Whitaker issued her ruling after hearing argument today, Wednesday, November the 20th, day 164, from Diamante Kendrick's lawyer, Doug Weinstein, and Shannon Stillwell's lawyer, Max Scott. Whitaker did give Weinstein and Kendrick a win by declaring Kendrick not guilty on 3 drug and gun possession charges stemming from a police raid at rapper Jeffrey Young Thug Williams' home in May of 2022. But the major charges are all going to the jury. It is up to the jury to consider credibility of witnesses. Okay, now. All right. So, what are y'all thoughts on this? I'm thinking that, Lil Woody,
These parents. You got Charlotte and you got
Lil Woody. I don't know. When people go back and they start looking at the videos of the witnesses and things like that, and the jury, they're not supposed to go and look at any news outlets or anything like that, any stories. At this point, I really don't know, to be honest. Now, let's get up into this story.
Eugene.
Allegedly, Krishan and Tashiki aunt was pregnant by their grandfather. And guess what? Let's go.
Eugene is Charlotte's 4th baby dad. They got together and she had 8 kids with him. So allegedly, Eugene used to beat Charlotte up like really, really bad in front of the kids and all that. So China, which is Tasiki's and Krishan's older sister, she goes to her mom and tells her mom that Eugene has been touching her. And guess what? All of this is allegedly. She get 2 black eyes.
Okay, so being that this is allegedly, I don't want to trigger nobody off. I'd rather watch the interview of Krishan or whatever show that she does or whatever the case may be. I don't know. I'm just not ready for that yet, if that's okay, you all. I remember I used to be afraid to be alone. These days, I'm afraid of having the wrong people as company. Get into it.
If you've ever dreamed of living la dolce
Get into this.
vita, the sweet life, this is for you. The Italian village of Ololai is offering $1 homes to Americans who maybe want to get out of Dodge. Ololai is on the island of Sardinia. It has been trying to persuade outsiders to move there after decades of depopulation. While anyone can apply, the village mayor says U.S. citizens will be favored over other applicants.
Wow.
Okay.
I like that.
So are we going to say arrivederci to the United States?
We got to find somebody who can fix up these houses, right?
If you've ever dreamed of living la dolce vita, the sweet life, this is for you. The Italian village of Ololai.
All right, y'all. So what y'all think? Here, let me get up into these comments. All right, says, get out. Someone says, I'm looking at Costa Rica and Panama. There are a lot of African Americans that have moved there and they love it. Also, Bali and Thailand. Who all gonna be over there? What's the catch? I'm an American with UK dual citizenship. If I left today, I'd go to Scotland. I've been to Sarandina and Hard Pass. It was beautiful to visit and the food is good, but I couldn't live there. They weren't super welcoming and kind to Black Americans nor Italian speakers. Google Sardinia racism. Oh, I can. I say we all move to the South, pick one or two states, and do a mass exodus. Buy up land quietly and flip those red states that seemingly control everything. Child. Any volcanoes nearby? The catch is that they'll give you a home for $1, but you need the finances to renovate and maintain it. You're also required to stay there for a certain number of years. On top of that, there aren't any jobs available, so most people moving there need remote or income from the US to afford living there. Most young people have already left. There are major political issues. The birth rate has plummeted. Healthcare is terrible. The politics lean right wing with no jobs for the youth. People left for a reason. Now they're expecting naive Americans to come in and save the place, even though everyone could already left for good reason. There is much more to it, but this is all I can remember right now. I recommend doing further research to figure out whether or not this is right for you. All right, so I'm gonna pass on that. Would y'all go over there? Rent for $1? A rent is for $1. Okay. Yes. All right, listen here. Let's go ahead and get into this. All right, so let me go ahead and add this to the screen. All right, let's get into this. So let's do this. I do apologize, you all. I do have my G babies right here, so give me 1 second. I'm just trying to not really pull something up. I'm just trying to read something. All right, so here are some positive affirmations you can say to yourself daily. Confidence. I am confident in my abilities to achieve my goals. Gratitude. I practice gratitude for all that I have and all that is yet to come. Growth. I am growing at my own pace. Mindfulness. Today, I'm fully present in each moment. Positivity. I radiate love and positivity. Self-worth. I am worthy of love and respect. Success. I am capable of achieving my goals. On that note, this concludes our broadcast. Thank you for tuning in. Until next time, definitely so long. Oh, and if you are the replay gang, thank you so much for watching. If you are currently here, please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. So